Hello friends, myself Ashok Samre. Today we are going to start the chapter amines. In this chapter, we have to already see the introduction of amines, the definition of amines, the classification of amines, the nomenclature of amines, as well as how to already complete the physical properties of amines as well as the preparation of amines. Now, today we are going to start the new article, the chemical properties of amines. Now, in these chemical properties of amines, by using some methods, we have to prepare the different compounds. First of all, we have to take, or first of all, the first test for ammonia as a base. Why? By using some test to determine the amines are a basic in nature. First of all, we have to take when the primary amine or the primary, secondary or tertiary amines are a basic in nature, because when these amines are in aqueous solutions or in water, the amines, the red litmus paper turns to blue litmus paper or turns red litmus paper into the blue litmus paper. The test we detect the amines are a basic in nature. Correct? Then now the next point here, the amines. Now the amines are detected, basic nature of amines was detected by using the strong acid. By using some example like this, tertiary amine is reacted with the HCl, strong HCl. Okay, aqueous solution of strong HCl. According to the Lewis theory, this electron pair which can share, which can accept or which can donate to the hydrogen, and then formation of a n amine substituted compound. Okay, that is H, and there Cl minus and nitrogen contain positive charge. Okay, this chloride is a substituted product. Okay, these are the substituted product are here. Now, according to the Lewis theory, the shear field of electron which can donate the electron deficient species, and also these are the lone pair of electron which can donate the electron deficient species are, according to the Laurent-Bronsted theory, the base which accept a proton from a donor atom. Correct? That's why according to the two theories which says that the amines, these are a basic in nature. Now again, this substituted product like this, it react with excess of sodium hydroxide, then it will gives the product like this. The product, the amines are again converted into the original or regenerated, and then formation of H2O plus NaCl. Okay, these are the regenerated. It again regenerated. That means amines are a basic in nature. Okay. Now, in this case, according to the Laurent-Bronsted theory or according to the Lewis theory, which shows that the amines are a basic in nature. Correct? These are the tests. Or another test is there. When the amine, primary, secondary amine are dissolved in a aqueous solution, okay, then or in water, it turns red litmus paper into the blue. That's why it shows that the amines are a basic in nature. Correct? For example, we want to take here tertiary amine like this. We have to take here trimethylamine. Okay, it reacted with aqueous solution of strong HCl or strong hydrochloric acid. Okay, then this can donate the lone pair of electron and the formation of the substituted product like this. Tertiary, then nitrogen is there. Okay, these are the hydrogen, these are the COs. Trimethyl ammonium chloride. Okay, this is known as a trimethyl ammonium chloride. Trimethyl ammonium chloride. Then again this reacted with excess of ammonia. Then like this, formation of the product like this, NaOH as a excess. Then it will give the product like this, the product which can be regenerated. Okay, and then formation of a H2O plus and HCl. This shows that the amine trimethyl amine. This shows that the amines are a basic in nature. Okay, by using this test, this shows that the amines are a basic in nature. Okay, write down this. The next point, dihydrogenation test. By using this test, we have to identify the amines are a basic in nature. Okay, dihydrogenation test. Now, in the dihydrogenation test, dihydrogenation. Now, by using two test tubes, like this, or two beaker, now first test tube which contain primary aromatic amine, sample of primary aromatic amine. Then we have to add in 1 to 2 ml of HCl, and then we have to again add in sodium nitrite, cold condition. By this solution, it can be cooled at 0 degrees Celsius. These are the test tube A contain the solution. Primary aromatic amine is there. Sample of primary aromatic amine. We have to add in the 1 to 2 ml of HCl, strong HCl. We have to add in. Then we have to again add in sodium nitrite. Okay, and then the solution will be cool at a 0 degree Celsius. Then now the second test tube which contain a beta-naphthenol. Beta-naphthenol in NaOH solution. These are the test tube or beaker number 2. Then this test tube A, it can be also cooled at a 0 degree Celsius. Then this solution we have to add in the test tube B. Test tube A containing solution we have to add in the test tube B containing solution. Okay, and the temperature is very important. Okay, total totally depends upon a temperature. And then when it added the test tube A or beaker A containing solution we have to added in the beaker number B. Then when you have to added the beaker B containing solution will be change, the color of the change will changes. That means the color of the beaker containing or test tube B contain the turn orange, red dye color. When it will be changes, the color will be changes, the orange red dye, the sample or the amide which contain a NH2 group, which contain a NH2 group, and you know NH2 group it is a basic in nature. Okay, it is a basic in nature, and then the compound will be aromatic amine. It will be aromatic amine. Now, when this solution we have to add it in a number beaker number B or test tube number B, when it do not gives the orange red dye color, that means the solution or the compound which do not have a basic in nature or which do not have a NH2 group. Okay, that means this is not a basic in nature or this is not a base. But now the solution we have to add it in the beaker number 2, the B, the solution will give the color orange red dye. That means it contains NH2 group, and you know NH2 group it is a basic in nature according to the test for ammonia as a base or basic nature basicity of amines we have already seen. Okay, in this way we have to complete the test for amines as a base and the second the diazotization test. It is very important test by determining the basic nature of amines. Okay, in this way we have to complete the first properties. Now the second chemical properties like this alkylation of amines. Write down this. The next reaction, alkylation of amines. You know, in the alkylation of amines, the reaction is also known as Hofmann-Exhaustive alkylation. Alkylation of amines. It is also known as Hofmann-Exhaustive alkylation. You know the Hofmann-Exhaustive alkylation in which we have to take when primary amine is reacted with or heated with excess of alkyl halide to give the secondary amine. Now the secondary amine is again reacted with alkyl halide to give the tertiary amine, and the tertiary amine again reacted with alkyl halide to give the quaternary ammonium salt. Okay, now this quaternary, how to prepare the quaternary ammonium salt from this reaction of the general example like this. These are the primary amine. Okay, these are the primary amine. Now these when these are the general reaction, these are the primary amine is reacted with alkyl halide like this RX. These are the general example. Then it undergoes heating to give the product like this. To give the, these are the hydrogen, these are the halogen. This it can be attacked on this electron deficient center because it carries the, it is a more electronegative halogen, it is a more electronegative and it carries the positive, partially positive charge. These are the partially negative charge. That's why these are the basic in nature, and these are the act as a it attack on this electron deficient center, and that's why the formation of the product like this R and H R plus HX in this. These are the primary amine and these are the secondary. Now again in that solution the secondary amine again reacted with R and H R plus RX. Then again the secondary amine, the nitrogen will also attack on this alkyl group, and then again formation of the product like this R and R again R plus HX. Then now in this solution again this tertiary amine again reacted with alkyl halide RX, then it will use R 4 N 4 times the alkyl group it attack on this alkyl group. This halogen will accept electron towards itself because it is more electron than the alkyl group. That's why the 4 alkyl group attached to the nitrogen atom, and then the halogen it can be negative and nitrogen carries the positive charge. This is known as a tetra-alkyl ammonium halide, and this tetra-alkyl ammonium halide it is known as a quaternary ammonium salt. Quaternary ammonium this is known as a quaternary ammonium salt. In this way we can prepare the quaternary ammonium salt from this primary amine. Okay, now this is a alkylation of amines, and that alkylation of amines it is known as a Huffman exhaustive alkylation. When primary amine is reacted with the alkyl halide, we use the secondary amine. The secondary amine again reacted with the alkyl halide, we use the tertiary amine, and tertiary amine again reacted with the alkyl halide. It is known as a quaternary ammonium salt. That's why in all the step it reacts with the alkyl group or alkyl halide. That means the reaction it is known as a alkylation of amines. That means alkylation of amines. Alkylation of amines. In this way, we want to prepare the quaternary ammonium salt from primary amine to secondary amine to tertiary, and tertiary amine to the quaternary ammonium salt. This is known as a tetra-alkyl ammonium halides. Okay. Now these are the general reaction of alkylation of amines. Write down, friends. Now, when for what take example of this reaction. Now the alkyl halide are a methyl iodide. Then the reaction it is known as a hexastasioe methylation reaction. The reaction it is known as a hexastasioe methylation of amines. This is known as a hexastasioe methylation of amines. When or whenever the alkyl halide are methyl iodide is there. Then now we have to take when methyl amine, the primary amine is reacted with methyl iodide, which undergoes heating to give the, this is the nitrogen which contain lone pair of electron which attack on this methyl group and then formation of like this CS3 NH CS3. This is known as a dimethyl amine. This is known as a dimethyl amine, and this is known as a methyl amine. Now the secondary amine, and these are the one hydrogen from this amine and these halides, formation of hydrogen iodide. Okay, side product is there. Then now next step, the secondary amine like this, the dimethyl amine is again reacted with methyl iodide. Then again it attack on this methyl group. This electron can be shifted towards the iodide because the concept electronegativity which undergoes heating. Then again formation of the product like this and CS3 and again CS3 plus HI. This is known as a trimethyl amine, or the IUPAC name N, N dimethyl methanamine, or in this case N-methyl methanamine. These are the IUPAC nomenclature, and this is the common name of these amines. Now the tertiary amine like this, we have to take here 3 times N. Okay, this is known as a tertiary amine, again reacted with methyl iodide. Then again it attack on this electron can be shifted here, and then it will give the CS3 how many times? 4 times, and positive charge, and iodine carries negative charge. This is known as a tetra methyl ammonium iodide. Okay, and this is known as a quaternary ammonium iodide. Okay, in this way we have to prepare the quaternary ammonium salt from quaternary ammonium salt. Iodide, that means these are the iodide is a salt. Okay, in this way we have to prepare quaternary ammonium salt from methyl amine, primary amine to the quaternary ammonium salt. In this way, or this reaction, it is also known as a alkylation of amines, or whenever the alkyl halide or methyl iodide, then and then the reaction it is known as a hexastasioe methylation of amines. Okay, in this way we have to prepare the primary secondary amine, the tertiary amine, then also quaternary ammonium salt by using primary amine. The reaction it is known as a alkylation of amines. Why? Because alkyl halide is reacted with the amine. The reaction it is known as a Hofmann hexastasioe alkylation. They write down, friends. Now today we will stop here.